Days of Our Lives, spoilers, January 12th 16. Daring escape, shocking scheme ahead. Salem is about to be rocked to its core. The week of January 12th 16th on Days of Our Lives isn't just another chapter. It's a seismic event that will fracture alliances, ignite long smoldering fuses, and prove that in this town, the most dangerous cages are rarely made of bars. Get ready for a narrative adrenaline shot, featuring a desperate flight to freedom and a conspiracy so cold-blooded it will leave viewers gasping. The devil's in the details, and he's making a break for it. Everett's daring escape. The walls of Statesville are closing in on Everett Lynch, Blake Berries. But for a man whose mind is a labyrinth of personalities and repressed memories, physical confinement is merely an inconvenience to an intellect of his caliber. Spoilers indicate that this week, Everett engineers an escape so audacious, so meticulously planned, it will rival some of Salem's most legendary jailbreaks. This isn't a brute force riot. Insiders suggest Everett's escape is a psychological masterpiece, a manipulation of guards, schedules, and vulnerabilities that he's observed during his incarceration. The trigger: a devastating piece of information smuggled to him regarding the one tether he has to reality. Jada Hunter, Alea Cantu. Learning that Jada is in imminent peril, whether from a lurking enemy or a health crisis linked to their past, flips a switch. The fractured pieces of Bobby and Everett align with a single, desperate purpose: get to her. The escape sequence promises to be a heart-pounding set piece. Expect tense moments of disguise, razor close calls with guards, and the chilling realization from Commissioner Rafe, Galen Gearing, that his most cunning prisoner has vanished into thin air. But the true drama begins after the fence is cleared. Everett, fueled by a volatile 1009 of personalities and purpose, will be a wild card loose in Salem. His journey to Jada will be fraught with paranoia and flashes of his other selves. Will he be her savior or her greatest threat? This daring escape is merely the prologue to a much more dangerous story of identity, love, and survival. To A Gilded Cage, the shocking scheme at the Kyriakis mansion. While Everett flees one prison, another is being elegantly constructed within the opulent walls of the Kyriakis mansion. Here, the weapon isn't a shiv, it's trust. And the architect of this chilling scheme is none other than the seemingly rehabilitated Konstantin Malionis, John Kapelos. Konstantin's insidious plot to control the Kyriakis fortune, using the vulnerable Victor's will and his emotional grip on Maggie, Suzanne Rogers, reaches its apex this week. But spoilers hint at a darker, more shocking layer to his plan, one that involves a human pawn. Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien. Teresa, desperate to secure her future with Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, finds herself caught in Konstantin's web. He will present her with an offer that seems like a shortcut to everything she desires. A way to permanently eliminate Alex's lingering feelings for Sarah Horton and solidify her position as Mrs. Kyriakis. The scheme, details of which are being guarded like state secrets, likely involves fraud, blackmail, or a staged scenario meant to manipulate Alex's heart and the family's business. However, the true shocker may be the method. Early buzz suggests Konstantin's plan involves exploiting the fragile mental state of someone close to the family, perhaps even orchestrating a medical or psychological crisis to create the perfect distraction. This isn't just about money. It's a surgical strike on the family's weakest emotional points. As Teresa wrestles with the moral abyss, viewers will be left to wonder, how far will she go to get her fairy tale ending? And when this scheme inevitably implodes, as all Salem schemes do, the collateral damage will envelop not just Teresa and Alex, but Maggie, Xander, and the very legacy Victor built. Collision course. When the escapee meets the chessboard, the genius of Days of Our Lives lies in its interconnected chaos. Everett's chaotic, street-level drama cannot exist in a vacuum from the high society machinations at the Kyriakis estate. Their worlds are on a collision course. Everett, paranoid and on the run, will need resources, shelter, and information. His path could easily cross with someone entangled in Konstantin's web, perhaps a desperate Teresa seeking an outside ally. or even a confused John Black, whose investigation into both matters will deepen. Everett's unique skills of observation and manipulation make him a potential wild card who could either expose Constantine's game or become an unwitting pawn in it. Meanwhile, Jada's role as a detective will inevitably pull her into the orbit of both stories. Hunting for Everett, while possibly investigating fallout from Constantine's scheme, creates a personal and professional nightmare. Her heart and her badge will be at war. IV The Ripple Effect, a town on the brink. The fallout from this explosive week will redefine relationships for months to come. John and Steve, the former ISA buddies, will be in full investigative mode, piecing together Everett's escape and sensing the foul play surrounding Maggie. Their bromance is Salem's best defense against the rising darkness. Maggie's reckoning. The kind-hearted matriarch is headed for her most devastating realization yet. The betrayal by Constantine, a man she offered compassion, will shake her faith to its core and possibly trigger a fierce, vengeful side we rarely see. Teresa's crossroads. This week is Teresa's ultimate test. Will she choose the path of love and integrity, or will the siren's song of wealth and security lead her into becoming the very villain she never wanted to be? Jada and Everett. Their tragic love story enters its most dangerous chapter. Can she see the man she loves through the fractured prism of his illness, especially when he's public enemy number one? Creativity Verdict, a masterclass in soap opera stakes. The week of January 12th, 16th represents Days of Our Lives at its finest. It marries high-stakes action, The Escape, with slow burn, psychological treachery, The Scheme. It explores profound themes: the nature of imprisonment, the cost of obsession, and the terrifying ease with which good people can be led into darkness. Salem is a town where the past never dies, and the future is built on shifting sands. This week, those sands become quicksand for many. Tune in for a masterclass in suspense, where every whispered conversation could be a conspiracy, every act of love could be a trap, and freedom is just the first step into a more beautiful, more dangerous trap. The days ahead aren't just days of our lives. They are days of reckoning.